The 2K Sports Pregame Show, sponsored by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. And Klay Thompson, part of the most feared 1-2 punch in the league. Kenny, do you think because he plays alongside Steph Curry, he gets overlooked as a talent?
No, because he's playing with a guy that we call what?
Oh, he makes it look Staffordless.
But his shooting certainly isn't appreciated as it should be. I think because of the great shooting of Steph Curry, he gets overlooked. His temperament and his mindset is second to none and a great number 2 option.
I'm about to say something that's not going to sound right, but Klay is the ultimate complementary player. I don't even believe I said that. Especially to someone like Curry due to his size, ability to shoot, and his defensive presence. Only because he's playing with Curry, I call him a complimentary player. But no disrespect, Klay is the man when it comes to putting that ball in the hole. Splaka-katayao.
Splaka-katayao.
That's all you
right.
hear.
Time to go to Kevin Harlan. Kev.
Oklahoma City landed the Thunder in a fine Western. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, few people saw it coming, but Stephen Curry has claimed the mantle as the league's best player. Draymond Green said it was the way Curry came back even better last season that solidified it. He said everything in basketball is usually a year behind. You've got to see it again to really believe it and get confident enough to say it. Kevin?
His teammates know firsthand what an impact he makes, David. Thank you. These two teams both pretty fearsome on the glass.
Yeah, and the reason they are because they have guys who want to attack the glass. Second chance points are going to be huge in this game.
And they go in valuing the rebound. That's probably one of the first things that coaches put on their grease board.
No matter what you shoot, if you can get more possessions, you have a chance to win.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Adams, the pass to Oladipo. Gibson the screen. It's stolen by Green. Now Golden State's starting 5. It's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with Draymond Green, and it's McCaw in at the 3. Curry setting the pick for Pachulia. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good with the triple. Oladipo for 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. Outside Westbrook. That one misses. So Golden State will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
Just a flawless execution of how they attacked on offense. Couldn't have asked for a better result.
And Adams kicks to Gibson. Gibson the screen. For 3, Westbrook. They get it again. Here's Adams. Curry with the steal. From deep three-point range. And Oladipo pulls it down. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And Roberson kicks to Gibson. Here's Adams. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Get there.
Curry against Westbrook. Curry dishes to Thompson. Three-pointer. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
The D has to get up on Thompson when he's attempting those perimeter shots. He makes outside shots look so easy.
It's Oladipo on the wing. Gibson the screen. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Pass to Green. Here's McCall. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Awesome choice by Draymond there, keeping his eyes moving and finding the open man.
Thunder trailing by 6. Gibson the screen. Oladipo with a screen on Curry. Adams in the corner. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And the Warriors a very good defensive team, Steve, whether they're playing big or going small.
A reason why they have intelligent guys that know how to play the game of basketball on the defensive end. They switch a lot, they get their hands in the passing lane, and they are great communicators. Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
And the layup falls. Adams has got his third bucket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Thompson with it. Now defended by Oladipo. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Keeps it alive. The rebound by Gibson. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
The defense knows he loves that in-between area and closed out fast.
Thompson in the corner. And it's Thompson again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The dish to Westbrook. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And as the second overall pick back in 13 out of Indiana, Victor Oladipo, while he's had a solid start to his career, you know, stardom still, I think, is what he aspires to achieve. I mean, he's got the tools from a physical standpoint, but the decision-making and the perimeter shooting, 2 areas that he's got to improve. And then defensively, which is where I thought he would be a game changer, hasn't really excelled as much as I think he's capable of.
Misses off the right iron.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
And Thompson sends it back.
Don't underestimate Klay Thompson on the defensive end. Perfect timing on the block.
Here's McCall. And it's off from 3-point range. And when you take a look at Oladipo, such a fun guy to watch develop. Jay, where does he need to take that next step in your opinion?
Believe it or not, I think he needs to focus on defense. Came into the league projecting to be a top-level defender, and while he collects blocks and steals, I think his production defensively has lagged a bit as he's really focused on his offense.
Thunder trailing by 3. Jacks up a 3. Robertson can't hit.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
They kick it out to Green. The feed to Curry. Pass to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. McCaw, the pass to Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
Look, he's doing everything he can to get out of this funk. Yes.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You know what? It's a big momentum builder for sure. That could be a game-changing moment there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And for pretty much all NBA players, it's a dream come true when they get drafted. And Smitty, how did you celebrate when you were the 5th overall pick in the draft?
You know what? I went out and got me a nice SUV. I loved it, Kevin.
Good for
Had
you.
some rims, put a little music in there. I was bumping.
How about that? I guess that's something you always dream about when you get that kind of a chance to be drafted that high, nationally known player.
But I think also for me, getting a chance to send my mom and dad on a special trip. That was one of those. It wasn't the first, but it was special.
Good for you. Andre Iguodala is checked in for McCall. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Iguodala.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And so it's Golden State with it. Outside Curry. To the paint. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Roberson. He's covered by Iguodala. Roberson dishes to Gibson. Pass to Adams. 5 on the clock. Screen by Adams. Oladipo for 3. Draymond Green with the rebound.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Really, a combination of smart coaching and even better execution. When you have that, the game comes easily to you.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pachulia sets a screen for Curry. From past the arc. But they'll get another chance. It's not going to go for him. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Gibson the screen. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Roberson the pass to Adams. It's Oladipo on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Feeds it to Roberson. That 3 off the mark.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Thompson inside the line. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Thunder with the lead. Oladipo outside. Outside Westbrook. Shoots it. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
And if you're the defense, you probably should sag off him right now because he's not knocking down anything.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
To the middle. Here's Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Stolen by Westbrook. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Sabonis comes in for Taj Gibson. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Roberson. And Abrinas subbed in for Oladipo. Then for the Warriors, JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. West comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Inside, here's Thompson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. He's got 5.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
There's a screen by Kanter. And there's the pass to Sabonis. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Thunder lead by 5.
He is nearly impossible to guard from the three-point line when he gets a good look and a little space.
Livingston dishes to Thompson. McGee a screen. Another three for Golden State.
Thompson is just as consistent as they come from three-point land.
So it's the Thunder now. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. McGee with the block. Dishes it to West. He feeds it to Thompson. Pick by West. Thompson passes to Livingston. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
For Sean Livingston, a lot of his scores come from him hitting a jumper on a smaller guard. His post-up game and turnaround shot are one of the hardest things to stop in the league.
And so many people say, well, he has an advantage because of his size and height. But first of all, you got to have the ability and skills to handle the basketball as a point guard. And so what, you're down there with smaller guys. You have to have skill set to make those turnaround jumpers. And also the mid-range game, that's an art. Sean Livingston has mastered it.
The Warriors leading. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Such a sweet stroke from Andre on the 3-ball. Always a danger to light it up from there.
McDermott goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. McDermott's got his first bucket in this one.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
West kicks to Livingston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder down 5 spots from them.
And seeing where the Warriors are, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed. They're an elite team yet again, and they're poised for a dominant stretch run here.
I can't see them slowing down anytime soon. If anything, I think they'll just get stronger as the playoff gets closer.
And he makes the first. And the Thunder from 2011 to 2014 made the Western Conference Finals twice, as well as the NBA Finals, while still one of the youngest teams in the league. They had, Greg, all the makings of a dynasty.
You felt like they were destined to win a championship and maybe multiple ones. Now you're not so sure. It's a tough business, and being very good often isn't good enough.
Westbrook with it. He had 28 points in the win against Sacramento.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
Sean Livingston at 6'7", leaking out on the break. Long strides gave him the advantage to finish at the bucket.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Shoots from the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Westbrook's got 11 points.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
McGee a screen. Open shot. Thompson off target with the open look. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Warriors ahead as they end the first quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too, not saying I don't. But they're both fans and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade, and there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
Anytime they get a whiff of a fast break opportunity, they are sprinting ahead of everyone on the opposition.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. They've got JaVale McGee. Livingston is out there with McCaw. Then there's West. And it's Iguodala in at the 3. He kicks it to West. Picked by West. Shoots off the screen. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He dishes it to Cantor. Kicks it to Grant. Iguodala with the steal. Passes it to McCaw. The 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Now Westbrook. He's got 14. Here's Abrinas. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Back to Livingston. McGee a screen. Iguodala wide open. And another 3 for Golden State.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Back to Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Stolen by McGee. Livingston passes to McCaw. To the left wing. And there's the 3-second violation. And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. The Warriors, number 1.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Warriors leading by 6. Livingston kicks it to West. The dish to McGee. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Green comes in for West, and Curry subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And among all the tangible things that make the Warriors great, the big intangible we keep coming back to, Steve, is chemistry.
Yes, they have great players, but this is a team that loves each other, loves playing the game. They're unselfish. They're willing to sacrifice. They play hard, and you just can't create that. Chemistry is something that you have to develop.
One shot behind the lanes.
The free throw drops for Grant. And right now we're seeing the rise of great passing in the NBA, so valuable offensively, obviously. Is that a natural talent of players, or is it a mentality? Is it a learned aspect of the game? How would you classify it?
All of the above, Kevin. There are some guys that make the right pass, but they see the open guy they're hitting. Then there's some guys that can see 2 plays ahead and see the play developing. And then there are some guys that got to learn how to become passers. You know, you have a lot of, as long as you pass it, it's pretty good. But then there's some guys that just gift it.
Who are some of the guys that you mentioned who can see a play or 2 ahead? Who are some of those guys that have that kind of feel for the game?
Like Chris Paul. I mean, he sees the floor so well and see the play developing before it happens. LeBron James is another guy like that. Rondo was one of the best, I think, in the business. A lot of guys being able to see the floor. Ricky Rubio can see the floor pretty well. So a lot of guys, I think, can really pinpoint passes and see the play develop.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors, but he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, "I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling." I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but D.A., he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
Two.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, Adams.
You know, you talk about coaching trees. Steve Kerr in his first 2 years already has had 2 assistants, grabbed 2 head coaching jobs, and him himself, he coached under the best in the business.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. With the Kerr coaching tree, you're also talking about some big names like Alvin Gentry and Luke Walton. They're assistants that have moved to head coaching roles after their stint with Kerr.
Just fantastic for Steve Kerr to understand is if we keep winning, you're going to keep losing assistants. But you know what? They're winning, and that's the nature of the business.
And Oladipo kicks to Cantor. Just 5 on the clock. Abrinas the pass to Adams. Here's Grant. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. From deep three-point range, the shot by Curry, no good.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Oladipo dishes to Cantor. From 7. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Oladipo.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
McGee is screen on Oladipo. It's stolen by Adams. Oladipo, the pass to Abrinas. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Adams has got 9 points.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
Here's McCall. He's got 5. Now the feed to Curry. McGee is screen on Oladipo. And Steph Curry gets the 3. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
We're talking about Stephen Curry range right now in that shot.
Screen by Adams. Cantor with a screen on Green. Grant kicks to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Grant. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Curry. He's looking for Livingston and finds him. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Shaun Livingston has really turned his career around, becoming one of those guards that you want to have on your team. He's a luxury because he can handle it and he can post up.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Free throw good, Livingston. Both teams deciding to change it up. No good on the second free throw. Steve, you were such a terrific three-point shooter in your day back in that 2001-2002 season. You led the league, in fact, in three-point percentage. You and I were having a conversation about great three-point shooters a little while ago. Did you ever think that shot would make the mark in the league that it has now made with the Currys and the Klay Thompsons and the way they're firing from distance?
You know what, Kevin, I shot it well that year. Tim Duncan, give him a lot of credit, and David Robinson. They drew a lot of double teams. but they're not shooting a three ball right now. I shot right around that line. These guys are shooting so far out, still with a high percentage and with a lot of volume. It's unbelievable what these guys are doing now with the three ball.
Would you play differently now with the league the way it is now than you did when you played the game?
Yeah, I'd be a stretch four.
Yeah,
I mean, you start to look at
right.
it, probably wouldn't be playing the point guard position, probably be a stretch four.
And so he's able to get one of two. Warriors leading by 7. Golden State moving the ball around. Green with a screen on Oladipo. Curry dishes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Timeout.
Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. Although it isn't clear-cut that Curry is the best player in the game right now, he certainly has the best case. Back-to-back MVPs, and Steve, the impact he has on the court is just peerless.
You can throw other names in as well, but Curry and his back-to-back MVPs puts him in elite company. He is quickly rising on the all-time greatest players list. He's earned it, and he has transformed the art of shooting.
And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for Oklahoma City.
And the guards doing what they can to create some offense. Sometimes that's what it takes to climb back into a game. That commitment to share the ball and trust your teammates, it can help you weather some early struggles.
And here now the Thunder. It's a 10-point game. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Oladipo outside. Gibson with the screen on Green. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Green. Curry wide open. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead for Oklahoma City. They've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Curry. 4-on-3 break. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
And Oladipo kicks to Roberson. Back to Oladipo. They need this. The Warriors pull it in. Pachulia's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
He also understands better than most how to use angles, and that was the reason why.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Golden State also making a change. Thompson's checked in. And with the long ball taken over, Smitty, we've heard some different suggestions, creating a 4-point line or widening the court to give a little more space for the corner. Any of those ideas work for you?
No, not at all.
You don't
Kevin.
like any of that, do you? No.
4-point play, widening the lane. What? I mean, easy.
Yeah.
That's enough. We're good right now.
Yeah. Pachulia with the steal. From deep 3-point range, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. And that's 11 points for Steph Curry.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Start it.
And now a chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. In third, the Warriors.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here's Sabonis, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. To the inside. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. Offensive rebound. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. First in steals, 9th in blocks, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
Two shots.
That one is off. It's been an ascension to stardom for Draymond Green the last few seasons. Gone from role player to starter to superstar, all-star in a very short time span.
You just scratch your head how Green was taken in the second round of the draft. So many different teams passed up on a guy who played extremely well at the college level. He has the skills and mentality to be a force in this league for a long time. Many argue he's already a top 10 player in the game. And his defense, that might be the number one thing he does that separates him.
Good. Oladipo's got 5 points in the quarter. Warriors leading by 18. Outside Curry. Shot from the top of the key. And that one is off. And the Thunder going the other way now. The pass to Sabonis. Off target with his 3. Warriors shooting 59% here in the second quarter. They're playing with great confidence. Wasted no time on that one. Thompson's got 11 points.
Practice makes perfect. Thompson is just lights out on these shots.
Gibson the screen. And Roberson kicks to Oladipo. Again, Oladipo missing. And the Warriors with possession here. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Green left side. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. It's good. He's got 13.
There's something to be said about putting a team on your back, trying to will it to victory. His scoring has been phenomenal this quarter.
There's the screen. Oladipo, the pass to Gibson. And Roberson kicks to Oladipo. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Thunder have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. That free throw, no good. A different look for Oklahoma City. Doug McDermott comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Golden State also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Green. And it's Iguodala in for McCall. Good on the second free throw. Warriors leading by 22. Outside Curry. Down low. Here's Pachulia. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. The Thunder shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Here's Westbrook. And Pachulia pulls it down.
What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
West outside. And Thompson kicks to Pachulia. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Thompson outside. Outside Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 16 points for Steph Curry.
Well, he's doing what keeps them ahead, and he's been doing it all quarter, respecting the hot streak.
Outside Westbrook. Out to the wing. They set the pick. The three. Sabonis, no good.
I am wondering what can he do to get it cranked up. Nothing from long range this quarter after hitting one in the first.
Feeds it to Iguodala. Here's West, and another basket for Golden State.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Westbrook passes to Sabonis. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Sabonis has got 6 points.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
Pachulia with the screen on Westbrook. They double team Curry. Thompson from long range. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Roberson from outside off the mark. And for the Warriors, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Outside Curry. They double team Curry. Pachulia dishes to Iguodala. It's tipped. Gibson with the steal. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McDermott passes to Sabonis. Right wing. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
He misses the free throw.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Thompson outside to the left side wing. Curry kicks it to West. Thompson for the triple. Again, the miss by Thompson. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Steve, searching for energy here tonight on your home court. Then, of course, Steph Curry takes over. I know he's great, but what does he do for this team?
He brings the crowd to life here. Even on a night where he's off, like tonight, he's still capable of getting it going in a hurry, and that's what gets these fans excited.
He's got into building range. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
That'll do it for now. Second half coming up. We'll see you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He got some easy buckets, made some tough shots. He erupted in the first half of play.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Thunder. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Taj Gibson is out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at the 5. Oklahoma City shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Stolen by Thompson. Fires from 18. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Thompson looking totally comfortable. Such a beautiful release.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, some might say that Draymond Green has a big mouth. Klay Thompson said he talks to us, himself, the coach, the other bench. But Andre Iguodala had the capper, fellas. He said if you're having a conversation about potato chips, then he's going to make sure his opinion is heard.
They love that edge he brings, DA. Absolute. Thanks. Every year they'll always put out an NBA survey of who is the toughest to guard. No surprise that Russell Westbrook is almost always at the top of the list in those surveys. He just, Greg, strikes fear in opposing defenders.
And Kevin, it's a result of several factors in terms of why he tops that list. He has the game and the body to punish you for all 4 quarters, and he never lets up in his intensity. And also a knack for putting players who are caught sleeping on posters. It is both physically and mentally draining guarding a guy like Westbrook.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Goes up on the wing. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lets the 3 fly. And again, no good by Golden State.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Westbrook against Curry. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got 8.
That's just an impeccable offensive set there to get an easy look inside.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
He was wide open. Reason why? Stephen Curry is a fantastic player who quickly got it over to his teammate.
Thompson against Oladipo. Inside, Gibson. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
What's up? Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done. Taj Gibson is one of those players that's just always in the right place at the right time, never plays outside himself on either end. He just gives you effort every time out.
And with Gibson, you like that he can play as a starter or come off the bench. He's effective in both. He's comfortable in either role, as he's done both, Steve, for extended periods of time.
Because his mindset, whether starting or coming off the bench, is to play with energy, effort, and to defend. So any role, starter or off the bench, he thrives.
Oladipo, the pass to Adams. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Warriors leading by 22. Puts it up from 15. No good from McCaw. The Thunder have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. And Oladipo kicks to Roberson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well, the exact opposite is what's happening.
Westbrook with the steal. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Dishes it to Adams. Misses from short range. Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. To the inside, here's McCaw. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
Gotta love Curry's passing ability, an expert at setting up his guys.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Thunder. And Golden State also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Gibson against Green. Grant outside. Outside Westbrook. 6 to shoot. And Gibson kicks to Adams. Gibson the screen from the arc. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
This has been a pleasure to watch. The rhythm he has in his game right now, the ease with which he's able to release these shots from beyond the arc. The defense just has no answer for him. And if he's going to continue to make threes like he has, KD bar the door.
Outside Green. He feeds it to Thompson. Jumper off the screen. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Pachulia. To the middle, here's Green. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Green's got 13.
Taking good shots overall, hitting a high percentage of them. That's what has this team rolling.
Gibson with the screen on Green. In the corner, it's Westbrook from downtown. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Green against Gibson. And Gibson sends it back.
Gibson is in there to get dirty on defense. His shot blocking is exceptional. Can't be careless around him.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. West is checked in for Golden State. Thompson inside the line, and that's good for 2. He's got 18.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It wouldn't be the first time. He's a closer, a player who loves to slam the door shut.
Kicks to Oladipo. Clock at 6. Westbrook passes to Cantor. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The Warriors, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
For Oklahoma City, they have really struggled at the line in this one, well under 50% so far.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Abrinas is checked in for Victor Oladipo. The Warriors also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in. And Cantor drops them both. And here is Iguodala. He has 6. Thompson in the corner. Pick by West. Let's go. Thompson misses.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
Pass to Abrinas. Cantor in the corner. Pass to Abrinas. For 3, Westbrook. The three-pointer is right on target. Westbrook's got 17 now.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first 3 of the half, second of the game.
Now here's Livingston. He's got 8. He kicks to Iguodala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And let's take a look now at Russell Westbrook's numbers. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. First in scoring, second in assists, and he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Sabonis, he's checked in for Steven Adams, and McDermott subbed in for Jeremy Grant. And Golden State also making a change. McGee's checked in, and clearly Billy Donovan wants to talk it over. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
And the pass to Abrinas. Westbrook with it. He's got 17. There's a screen by Cantor. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Warriors leading by 23. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Sabonis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. Westbrook's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Thunder. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Now Livingston. He's got 8. Pick by West. The dish now to Iguodala. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And that's now 9 points for Andre Iguodala.
You know, after all these years, you have to be impressed with Andre Iguodala's defense. He can guard 1 through 5. Yes, I said 1 through 5. And what I think he does best, he stays in position and he contests all shots.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. He dishes it to McGee. off the left rim and out. Iguodala and his defense are still remarkable, and his ability to strip a player going up is still one of the best in the game.
Yeah, he takes that initial bump. Great timing, quick hands, long arms. He's fantastic on the defensive end.
Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Westbrook. And Thompson kicks to McGee. Golden State moving the ball around. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. McGee's got 5 now.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
There's a screen by Cantor. For 3, Westbrook. Oklahoma City the rebound. Pass to Sabonis. The feed to McDermott. Dishes to Cantor. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. There's a screen by Cantor. For 3, Westbrook. Here's Sabonis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. And so it's Golden State with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Green with a screen on Westbrook. Feeds to Iguodala. And the 3 off target. Thunder trailing by 20. In the corner, it's McDermott. Outside Westbrook. Cantor sets the pick for Westbrook. There's a screen by Cantor. Cantor, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Livingston with it. Westbrook picks him up. Livingston dishes to Green. Off target from outside.
But he's going to have to wait to hit his first triple of this half. He had 3 at the break.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for McDermott.
Doug McBuckets, we call him, has established himself as a knockdown shooter in this league.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And McDermott drops them both. Warriors leading by 16. Curry passes to Green. That one good for 2. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
There's the pick. Passes to Abrinas. Up top, Cantor. Shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim. Warriors shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. The shake. And Green with the basket on the assist by Curry. 17 points for Draymond Green.
When you get the rock to Green down low, he is a wrecking ball, using his body and arms so well.
It's stolen by Curry. He feeds it to Livingston. Back to Curry. Lets it go with a three. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got 19 points.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
You know what? He doesn't get worn down coming off a big game. It just builds him up even more.
Westbrook, no good.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
And, yeah, you look at him and look at his face, his expressions. He has definitely lost his confidence.
Here's Curry. Picked by West. The three ball. He doesn't hit that one. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We should never get beat like that in transition when they throw the ball. Those points add up right now. Let's be locked in and focused right now.
Billy Donovan, as you can tell, not too happy failing to get back on defense. A major sin in the game of basketball, especially from his standpoint.
Yeah, and anytime you get severely out-hustled, you're going to hear about it from your coach. And you should if he's worth anything.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, a lot of defense at the forward spots with Iguodala and Green. McCaw is out there with Steph Curry. And it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cantor. The offensive rebound, Adams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Steve, as a player, how often did you go into a situation knowing that you might get a technical foul called on you for saying something to a ref?
You know, a lot of times, Kevin, I went into a referee understanding the game and saying, hey, the momentum right now needs to slow down. Sometimes I get a tech because you kind of have some outbursts, but sometimes I tell the referee, I need a tech right now. Just give me one. Without even really saying anything wrong.
And would they give it to you?
Yeah, sometimes. If not, I'll just say a few choice words, and then you'll get one.
Good. Tell me that when we get off the air, okay? Thanks. He doesn't get the second one. Well, we all know that Iguodala does more than what shows up in the box score. But you can't overstate how important that is to a team. Executes all the little plays, Steve. You know, things you need, and then it shows up in big moments.
You know, Andre Iguodala is one of those players, whatever you need, you said it best. Put clutch plays down the stretch. And he's also one of those guys that you love to have in the locker room for other guys to learn from. He keeps things very jovial and light for his team. But he's a guy that when it's time to play, the prankster in him goes away when he gets on the court. He got the ball where he wanted and attacked the smaller defender. Completely overpowered him.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game down low when this fella is lurking around.
Here's Abrinas. Green with the block.
Green really puts forth a ton of effort on the defensive side. Always a shot-blocking threat.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
I love to see them push it like that because the reason why, he's a deadly finisher in the transition game.
Here's Roberson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Well, we've always known that height gives an advantage in basketball. A lot of teams now are concerned about things that we've never really talked about before. The length of hands, your arm span, your wingspan. That plays a role now with a lot of these teams and how they draft, how they make a roster.
Yeah, totally, Kevin, because on the defensive end, you have a lot of these guys that can switch. I remember playing against Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They were so long out front. It helps and makes a difference.
But your arm span is long. That had to play a role.
Not bad.
Oh, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. And the Warriors making a change here. JaVale McGee's checked in for West. McAdoo comes in for Draymond Green. Matt Barnes is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Good on the second free throw. Here's Clark. Kicks it to McAdoo. Pass to Clark. Some nice passing by Golden State here. The shot's good from McGee.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
That explains the gap on the scoreboard. Attacking offense against a defense that's far too relaxed.
Grant kicks to Adams. Here's Roberson. The Thunder with another miss. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Clark, the pass to McCaw. He kicks to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Adams. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
For the Thunder, Taj Gibson's checked in for Adams. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Roberson. Well, all over the league, we're seeing more and more teams rely on analytics and data for decision-making. How do you think, Smitty, the data affects the way the modern NBA game is run by the front offices?
You know, I think it's too much at times, Kevin, and then sometimes I challenge it. I think when you're scouting a player coming out of college, I think it's great. But I think sometimes I've challenged. Some people say, well, Smitty, you never posted up on the left block.
Right.
That was Tim Duncan's block. I cannot have
That's why you couldn't go on the left.
I'm not going to have the same numbers on a certain block because the guys you play with kind of dictates where you score from on the floor.
There's the pass to McGee. There's a good screen. And it falls over the rim and in. McGee's got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
You know, that job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
And it's Grant in the corner. Back to Cole. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Grant. Shoots off the screen. That's good on the jump shot. Warriors have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Clark dishes to McAdoo. McGee against Gibson. Pass to McCaw. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Gibson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Here's Kristen. Gibson the screen. Back to Cole. 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Clark kicks to McAdoo. Clark the pass to McAdoo. Over in the corner, Barnes. Here's McCaw. He's covered by Zingler. Here's McCaw. There's the dish to Clark. And it's Golden State with another. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Cole dishes to Grant. Well, there have always been big markets and smaller markets in the NBA, but it seems, Steve, that the league has found a proper balance to give small markets or mid-markets a chance every year to succeed.
Yeah, I think so. I think players are doing a nice job right now in free agency. A lot of these guys are going to smaller markets, and when they're there, they're not changing. They're not running for the big lights anymore. So we kind of having a somewhat of a balance right now, Kevin.
Like LaMarcus Aldridge comes to mind. Could have gone to Los Angeles, wanted to, the Lakers wanted him badly. He chose a smaller market like San Antonio. Now, granted, a historically good franchise, but a smaller market.
Yeah, and I think guys are doing that. I think it's more about winning versus where you're playing and where you stand.
Gibson the screen. And Cole kicks to Gibson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And Gibson is a physical presence for this team. finding ways to draw fouls while going up with his shot.
That's good from Gibson. And he makes the first but misses the second.
You know, throughout his career, Taj Gibson has proven to be a valuable role player. Pretty good on both ends of the floor. Can do a little bit of everything.
McAdoo, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Well, the league last summer decided to implement new rules, Steve, to discourage the hack-a-shack intentional fouling. What'd you think?
You know what I like, Kevin, to see if we can get to a number during all quarters. If you get to a number, say, 15 team fouls. After that, no matter who it is, it's 2 shots and the ball. I think that will limit the hack-a-shack rule.
Possession would be a big factor.
Would be huge.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
The 11-footer, the second chance effort, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's good from McGee. Both free throws good from McGee. Thunder have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Screened by Grant. Here's Kristen, right wing. Here's Cole. That shot off. Here's Clark. He dishes it to Thompson. Here's Clark. 6 to shoot. McGee is screen on Grant. Stolen by Grant. To the wing on the left. Here's Cole. Passes to Sabonis. Here's Kristen. And there's the feed to Gibson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, Steve, we've heard about the idea of locker room presence and guys that have had a good impact on the morale of a team. Just how valuable do you think that is for a team over the course of a season?
I think it's great. You hear the coaching staff talking over and over their voice, but just to have that veteran to say it in a different way. And he's on the bus with you. He's in the locker room. And it's kind of the same message, but it's from a guy who's played it, who's been around, and a lot of guys you respect, so you listen.
Did you like the role? Because I know you were respected at the various stages of your career by younger players you played with.
Yeah, I think it's your duty.
Right.
As a guy that's been around, coming to the end of your career, you got to pass on that knowledge to the younger generation.
And both free throws good from Gibson. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Livingston kicks to Clark. And here's Livingston. They set the pick. Dishes it to Barnes. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Pass to Kristen. Gibson the screen. Here's Kristen. He's covered by Livingston. Sabonis, the pass to Gibson. Shoots from 12. Here's Abrinas. And it's good. 2 points.
Good. And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Grant's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. David West, he's checked in for James Michael McAdoo. The Warriors have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Livingston dishes to Clark. West kicks to Livingston. Steve, you were able to enjoy a lengthy career. You played 14 seasons. With players coming into the league usually after 1 year in the college ranks, do you think career lengths will decline for NBA players?
You know, I don't think so. I'm starting to look at guys playing longer and longer. I think one is not a lot of banging, but I think also they're taking care of their bodies more and more. Guys are playing now up to 20 years in the league.
Amazing, isn't it?
You're starting to see that regularly.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The pass to Kristen. Screen by Grant. Passes it to Abrinas. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pick by West. Shot, high post. That one goes. Count it.
Everybody talks about the three ball, but Sean Livingston understands his game. The mid-range game, he's a master at it.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Kristen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Clark kicks to McGee. Kristen with the rebound. Oklahoma City has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Good D by Barnes. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
The three. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
He has to have a quick trigger when he's facing a size mismatch as big as the one he had right there.
Abrinas misses off the right iron.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
McGee inside. He's covered by Grant. McGee's shot is off.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
Shots. And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4-0. And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Green.
Tonight we saw the character and personality he plays with. He was part of just about everything that was going on out there. You can't find any weak spots in the game he played here. He was doing it all.
He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Livingston kicks it to West. Here's Clark. Feeds it to McGee. Clark, the pass to McGee. Goes up on the wing. Livingston, no luck.
See, that's a good look from within his range. You know he's kicking himself for missing it.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Abrinas. Here's Kristen. Here's Sabonis. Buries it from three-point range.
Total collapse on defense there. You can't let a good shooter like him get a clear look at the basket from outside.
Clark dishes to Livingston. He feeds it to Clark. Back to Livingston. There's the triple. Sabonis grabs the board. Here's Kristen. The pass to Sabonis. This one for three. That one no good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Clay, what was the key to the win tonight?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Clay, great effort from everyone. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green. He played with an extremely aggressive mindset tonight, and that led to some fantastic production, a double-double, points and rebounds.
It was a great game for him, Ernie, and this one he really needed. As bad as he's looked lately, it was important to build up that confidence again and have a big night.
Draymond Green wins games for you. It's just that simple. The energy, the intensity that he brought onto the floor tonight is incredible. Defensively, he's one of the few guys in the league that can guard all 5 positions. That alone makes Draymond Green a unique and special talent.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.